Now to spy bus ticket. No, I don't feel like walking. Cherry Peak Stables? That's where my mom bought the gift card. Private dressage coaching. I wonder how much that cost. Maybe I should get a job before the fall. I'm gonna be spending so much time with my classmates. And I really hope they don't suck. Poor Sleazy, man, I wish I had money for that too. Maybe one day. Planbelt Dressage Academy. Dude, something about that name sounds so prestigious. That's born for the elite. Private dressage coaching. I wonder how much that cost. Maybe I should get a job before the fall. Bus lines 12, 12, and 66, 75. So this table is along the same bus route as the uni. Horse boarding is insanely expensive. Nice scholarship is barely enough for me to eat. Horse boarding is insanely expensive. Nice scholarship is barely enough for me to eat. Horse leasing, man, I wish I had money for that too. Maybe one day. Horse leasing, man, I wish I had money for that too. Maybe one day. Cherry Peak Stables? That's where my mom bought the gift card. How to arrive at Cherry Peak. Bus 75 takes you from the university to Cherry Peak in 10 minutes. I should go check it out. It says on the wall I need to take lessons first to rent the horses. Horse leasing, man, I wish I had money for that too. Maybe one day. Horse leasing, man, I wish I had money for that too. Maybe one day.
Hi there. Is everything alright with the stirrups? Do you need any help? And did you check the girth too? It should be on the third holes on both sides, no looser than that. Okay, then it sounds fine. I reckon you have some previous experience, but how much would you say exactly? Like in years, or have you acquired any riding badges, for instance? Alright, so 4.5 years in a riding school in Wyoming. Haven't done any badges yet. No badges. So you're from the States, huh? Half and half? Your mom's from here originally? You know, it's a very international community we have here in Rein Ravine. And was that English riding you did in Wyoming? Mostly English, alright. Hold on, I'm writing these down in my notes. Well, regardless of your previous experience, our Riding Essentials course here always starts from the very basics of riding. The reason we do this is because there's always some differences in how different schools train their horses. We want you to get used to our style, and I want to be able to assess your riding level to place you in the right group, okay? I hadn't seen you here before, so I'm assuming this is your first time here, is that correct? Yeah, that's what I thought. In that case, I should probably introduce myself a bit to you. My name's Paula. I'm a senior riding coach here at Cherry Peak. I mainly teach flat work, and I have an FHS coach certification, if that says anything to you. FHS, in case you don't know, is the Federation of Horsepots. They do operate in the States too, but might be more prominent here in Europe. Sorry, one more question. I forgot to double check your name. I have your name listed in my papers as Avani Prasad, is that correct? Ava for short. Okay, I'm writing that down too. Nice to meet you, Ava. I think this is enough of the blabbering. We should start now because the clock is ticking. What are the 3 riding aids that your horse responds to? Legs, reins, and seat. The leg's main purpose is to tell your horse to switch up a gait. And then we have the reins. The reins' main purpose is to turn your horse. Very simple. To turn right, use the right rein. To turn left, to use the left rein. Let's get you guys going and I'll explain further. To tell Tati to start walking, press her sides with both your legs and keep that pressure for a moment. So not quick tap, but slightly sustained. Think about your bun in the saddle. Right now, you should be able to feel your seat bones evenly in the saddle under you. By moving this weight in the saddle, you control Tati's gait's length, or in other words, you make her go faster or slower within the gait she's in. The restricting seat aid is also used to switch down the gait. So it's not like a car where you'd have to also switch down gears. You only need to switch up, in a sense, with your legs. But down, just halt. Let's practice this next. I have made a small turning exercise figure. In this exercise, I want to see Tati in active walk with some length in the stride. Keep her neatly between the counts. Turning Tati, do you note that? Can you feel how she's a bit sluggish in the turning, like slow? Well, this is because even though, yes, your reins are the primary turning aid, they're actually not the only one. To make your horse do sharper turns, you need to in fact support the turning with your legs alongside with the rein. So your leg is a secondary turning aid. In walk, you might survive with the rein alone in most situations, but when you get to faster gaits, especially canter, you notice that the leg support becomes more and more needed. This is what riding's all about. It's about using your aids in harmony with each other. There's really very few things you can do by just using one aid at a time. Now, a very important thing about the leg turning cues is that, unlike with the rein, the leg aids need to be applied from the opposite side of waving a turn. This might sound odd, but think about it like this. Imagine I come and push on your right shoulder. Where are you going to go? Exactly. You move away from me, not towards me, because I'm pushing you away. So this is the logic with which we train horses to respond to unilaterally applied cues on their side. Unilaterally just means it's a fancy word for one-sided, applied only from one side. My coach in the 80s used to use fancy words like this, so it stuck with me. Sorry, too much blabbering again. Let's continue. Let's practice the soft turns now. Turning with the rein and opposite leg simultaneously can take some time to get used to if you previously went to a barn where that wasn't taught properly. Sadly, it's not that uncommon for barns like less professional barns, to teach riders to be too heavy on the rein and ignore the importance of legs. Which is bad because, the horse's mouth is sensitive, so that kind of riding can even hurt. It can even damage the horse's mouth. Do you know if your barn in America was certified by the FHS? Or at least some local organization? Well, Just like with any physical exercise, you need to train consistently to get the bad habits out of your memory. So, I recommend you take guided lessons at least once a week. And even if it's not with us, please search for FHS certified one, okay? Now, do me some trotting around the arena. To ask Tati to trot, beneath your leg plates again. And when in trot, use your forward seat to ask her to be a bit more active again. Honestly, your posting in the trot is looking pretty nice. I made you a new turning exercise, this time in trot, and in this one you will have to use both the rein and the leg in some of the more tighter turns. Thank you for today's lesson, Ava. You did absolutely perfect today. For today's performance, I would totally give you the gold badge.